and welcome to Medical News. I'm Glenda Bear.
And I'm Chris Homan.
Tonight, we'll be covering an interesting and important gland of the endocrine system.
The anterior pituitary.
Did you know that it is often referred to as the master gland, Chris?
Is that right?
Yes, it is. And to tell you more about one of its important functions in our bodies and how it can help the unemployment rates, here's Jordan, coming to you live from the sperm bank.
I'm Jordan with Medical News, and today we are coming to you live from the local sperm bank and how follicle-stimulating hormone, FSH, impacts our lives. This is Rosie, and she is currently the manager here at the sperm bank. She has been employed here for 3 years, and she understands how FSH is the most important hormone to sperm collection.
Yeah, like it's really important.
Can you elaborate on that comment?
Sure, like without FSH, they will be donating nothing. And if they don't donate anything, then I don't have a job. And if I don't have a job, like I can't pay for my phone bill. And that's like really important because I can't tweet.
So what you're saying is that FSH is why you're employed, and without it, you would have no job or income, which would cause you to question your sanity. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really good at my job. I mean, I can't imagine to work anywhere else.
Can you?
Oh my God. Like, I can't believe it just came to me.
Can you elaborate on why you're referencing your thoughts to your religious leader pertaining this hormone?
What do you say?
What has come to you, ma'am?
Oh, well, I just realized if we don't have FSH, then not only would the sperm bank not exist, but like no one would exist. I mean, like there wouldn't be you, there wouldn't be me, like there would be nobody to take care of my puppy. Like, look at how cute he is. Like, my poor puppy. Just like really deep. Oh hey, you forgot your cup and magazine. You should check out page 3. I'm kind of in there. And the pages might be a little sticky.
By this report, you can start to understand that the anterior pituitary gland has potential to influence global population and employment. This is Jordan with Medical News and how important FSH is to us all. Back to you, Glenda.
Well, that was an interesting view on how a hormone can impact our country's unemployment. Not to mention at least one individual's sanity. What do you think, Chris?
That was some hard-hitting reporting, Glenda.
What is also interesting is how one gland can influence so many aspects of our lives. Here to report on an important topic for today's sexually active couples is Megan with the Just Say No campaign.
Megan with Medical News, and I'm in the parking lot of the Dayton City Hall where Mrs. Jordan is protesting against what she feels is a sexist request supported with today's peer pressure to indulge in all things sexual every day of the year. Mrs. Jordan, can you explain what your Just Say No slogan means and how this is only a female issue supporting your view that men are sexist with their requests for propagation?
Of course. And I would like to add that it's so wonderful that the news is realizing that this is such an important issue.
You're welcome. Now, about the campaign.
Yes. Well, every month, the hormone FSH and LH causes the females to ovulate, and when it does, for 24 hours, she is vulnerable to the whims of the little devil carrying sperm trying to crack her ovum's fortress.
Are you saying that she can become pregnant during the 24 hours each month that she is ovulating?
Yes, but it's worse because I'm afraid that those devil sperm can live up for 5 long, unguarded days in this female's temple. And so it is imperative that women just say no to those suave little devils for at least 7 days a month. Now, women are falling to the pressures of peer pressure and the smooth talkers of the world, and they're not standing their ground for 7 days a month. So let's tell them no. Let's make Rosa Parks proud to ride the bus.
Excuse me, but wasn't Rosa Parks' bus ride about ending public segregation and not sexist racism based on a hormone?
She was a female telling the male world no, in a sense that was way more than a seat on the bus.
Thank you, Mrs. Jordan, for your explanation of an issue I am sure would have been overlooked by the majority of the public. This gland is a unique way of reaching topics not addressed very often. Back to you, Glenda.
Thank you, Megan, for that unique insight into a modern-day woman's liberation issue that I'm sure most of us have never considered before. It brings a whole new meaning to the Just Say No slogan and how far some women will go to get their point across. Do you agree, Chris?
Not really, Glinda.
Something else that is unique is how the anterior lobe is about 80% of the gland's total weight and regulates multiple organs and systems through 7 different hormones. This next report is focused on saving money while feeding a new member of our human population, and also how that can translate into a college fund.
Youngins are expensive to feed.
Yeah, continue.
So that hormone y'all call prolactin, it helps me feed my youngins for free.
So, in other words, the hormone prolactin stimulates your breast milk production, which in turn allows you to feed your children without the financial cost of formula. Is that correct?
Well, you talk fancier than the preacher on Sunday. But yeah, but that's about what I'm saying. You know, we sell the milk here on the farm, so I figured why not sell my breast milk? I mean, Leroy said it was good and all, so, and it works real nice for the babies. My son, he can use the computer, and so he looked up all the important stuff for me. And now I just pump it into a jar and put it in the freezer and label it with the date and, you know, which breast it came from.
And I understand that you take the frozen breast milk and you ship it to buyers all over the world. Based on a report from onlythebreast.com, this milk can bring about $2.50 an ounce. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, and you see that money, it goes into a jar for my kids' college fund. But if they don't want to go to college, then I'm just going to buy one of them big fancy trucks with the pipes and the big tires.
Well, transportation and nutritional supplement, all from the help of the hormone prolactin, is quite surprising. Thank you for helping with viewers to understand the benefits of breastfeeding and for giving new options on how to save money. Back to you, Glenda.
Come out to the dairy farm, y'all!
What a thought-provoking report. This gland is proving to be very influential in more than just our bodies. Financial security is something everyone dreams of, and to think that we have a gland that supports that is wonderful. Did you ever think that the endocrine gland could be so diverse, Chris?
Never really thought about it, Glinda.
Well, me neither, but I do now. Our last report is from the Sports Center, where we can see a clear example of how the growth hormone is different in every person.
Look at this gentleman here. Follow me. Look at this unfortunate person. This is the effects of the growth hormone. I'm Ben Trick with Medical News. Back to you, Glenda.
Thank you for giving us such an easy example to follow, Ben. We hope that tonight's reports have given you a new appreciation of this endocrine gland and how influenced our lives are because of it. Some have called the anterior pituitary gland the master gland, and some have called it the regulator gland. After hearing all it does, what do you think it should be called, Chris?
Regulators. You regulate any stealing of his
The
property.
regulators.
We're damn good too. But you can't be any geek
That's all
on
for
the
this
street.
episode of Medical News.
Gotta be handy
We'll
with the
see you the
steel,
next
you know what
time
I
when
mean,
we
or you
explore how the sympathetic nervous system helps reduce the growth.
Mount up. It was a clear black night.